With a lot more political issues now, the Electoral Commission says it is implementing the 27 reform proposals aimed at improving the transparency, inclusiveness and credibility of this year's elections. The reforms, 27 in all, was the product of a special reforms committee set up by the Commission after the 2012 election petition. The proposals include the institutionalization of IPAC, the setting up of a national collation center to replace the strong room, the sanctioning of EC officials who breach electoral laws, amongst others. And we're also told that EC says that it would be given the mandate to apply the courts to delete names of unqualified persons from the provisional voters register. Let's go on the phone lines now and speak with the Lecturer of Political Science with the Department of History and Political Studies Department of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Dr. Edward Brenya. Good afternoon, Doc. Thank you very much for your time. Hello, Dr. Brenya.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, to start with, these proposals that have been outlined by the Electoral Commission, key amongst it being the fact that they want to be given the mandate to delete names. Also, they want to have a collation center, not to be named the strong room, but probably to do a similar thing that the strong room does. Do you think that these are proposals necessary ahead of the 2016 elections or the November polls?
Yeah, let me use the opportunity to greet able listeners. And on the proposals that have been outlined, I think that given the fact that the EC said that it's an outcome of the ruling of the Supreme Court, I think there are proposals that are quite necessary, proposals that will help to sort of improve the credibility of the Electoral Commission, and I think that they are important towards citizens' acceptance of the EC and its image going to the 2016 election.
Which one stands, tall for you? Which ones do you think that should be the ones that the country should pay particular attention to, or the EC must at least implement first before looking at the others?
Well, if you look at the proposal, the 27 proposals given so far, they fit into each other. Each one of them does fit into each other. For instance, on the issue of the ones that were rejected, for instance, the fact that the civil society organization should continue to serve as ex-official members of IPAC meetings, and then IPAC being a statutory or standing commission. I think those are good. At least we continue to keep this requirement that enable the political parties to sort of continue to have dialogue with the EC, and I think it's very important. They are talking about holding a presidential and parliamentary election in November instead of December. I think that is also something that is very nice, something that we need to look out for. We are looking at a period where the next elected government will be able to prepare and form government. I think that if they can hold it early, it gives whoever is elected the chance to be able to prepare and form government. Or in the case of an electoral dispute, as it happened in the last election, it gave us room to prepare and to deal with those issues before the swearing in of the new candidate. There are a lot of them. The one on using both the verification, biometric verification, right, and the manual verification in case that the biometric fails. Those are things that they've been doing, and I think there are things that if they continue to ensure that people are not disenfranchised based on the fact that the electronic system cannot verify them, there are things that the Electoral Commission should do. Nobody should be disenfranchised. I can go on and on, but I believe that all these are in the right place, and they are important for 2016 election.
My last question to you would have to do with IPAC. The EC is proposing that IPAC be institutionalized. Already there have been back and forth with issues that have been coming up at every IPAC meeting where there are disagreements, and there are times they agree on issues. Do you not think this could stall the EC's progress if we institutionalize IPAC, and it should just be Instead of that, there should just be a team they can meet with as and when necessary.
I mean, I think I like the idea of the aid being institutionalized because, one, it makes them an important actor in the activities of the Electoral Commission. Disagreements, I think, are important for advancement. The fact that EC has disagreed on many occasions with the political party does not mean that EC has not reached a conclusion. It is important that EC continue to respect and to regard these political parties as important actors in ensuring a peaceful election and the consolidation of democracy in Ghana. So by them being institutionalized, it will just give the EC, the political parties, the sort of conviction that they are important players in the democratic consolidation of Ghana, and therefore whatever decision they take won't require that they look at it from that point. And I think it's very important. I don't think that disagreement alone should cause any problem for it being institutionalized.
Okay. All right. We'll have to leave it here. Thank you very much for your time. All right. Dr. Edward Brenya is a lecturer of Political Science, Department of History and Political Studies at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.